All right, guys, what is up? It's time to draft. You get another double dip tonight. We're going to do a draft lane draft and an underdog draft. Get some best ball and some redraft action. So come draft with us. And in fact, we're ready to draft because we've already got a league ready to go. It is now 12. Wow.
Yep.
Endgame Community League 12. That's right. We've done 12 of these drafts with you guys, and we're going to get into it right now. Now, quick reminder, we use Draft Lane because it's the place that you want to go to try it out this season. All sorts of features you don't get on the other platforms. So give it a shot. It's free. We have free public leagues. You can join some of those. Check out draftlane.com/play. It's been recently updated. I know we had a draft that was, we have a couple of drafts that were supposed to go on today, right?
Yeah, I got one going on right now.
Right now. Currently drafting. People are drafting on DraftLane public league. So if you want any extra draft action, jump in there. All right, but let's do this one. Oh, look, we're full. Let's do it.
We're already full. We're ready.
All right.
All right, here we go. Draft is underway. 30-second clock, so be ready. If you're in the draft, be ready. Stinger got in here.
What's up, Stinger? And this is, I mean, drafts these days now, it's basically just the fight to see who gets Bill first. Young Money, Commanders fan, and also calling first dibs, first on the Bill train. He says from day one. I don't know, we have to go back and check the records. Is that true?
Yeah, we'll have to check the records. It could be true. It could be true.
All right. You might be right. Would never doubt him. Oh, okay. So I guess I got pick number 4. Not worried about Jefferson, so let's go Jefferson. This one, just to make sure everyone who's watching and drafting as well, got typical, right? 2 running back, 3 receiver, flex.
Actually, this is a 2 wide receiver, 2 flex league, PPR.
Oh, all right. Glad I asked. 2 receiver, 2
wide
flex.
Receiver, 2 flex.
All right, but not best ball tonight, because
just redraft tonight.
Because we'll be doing the best ball next on Underdog. All right. While we get the first round, I don't think I have to prepare too hard for my next pick. Let's get these super chats in. First of all, Tyler C. Appreciate you. Tyler is in a 10-team half PPR league, 2 running back, 3 receivers. At the 6th spot, here's what he got. Dak and Fields took CD. Man, CD at the 6. That's pretty good. Nico on the way back. That's pretty good too. And Achane somehow.
Wow. Henderson, okay. Pacheco. I mean, I know it's a 10-teamer, but this team is pretty stacked. Wow, yeah. What happened to all the players? All right, I guess I'm going to go Henry.
Yeah, this is that's
Henry's son guy.
Someone fell. I don't know if maybe people got scared at, the preseason injuries. People got scared. I can't draft Achane. Got him in the 3rd round. That's crazy. You know what's weird though? Okay, not because I'm into like doing public leagues just for fun, but we're testing the app and all this stuff. So like I had to jump in a Yahoo public league, right, just to join. And I take every draft seriously, even if I have absolutely no reason to care about this league. But I'm like, okay, I want to see. I was curious, like what goes on in the Yahoo public leagues. I want to know. Nico, I got Nico at the 2nd round in like pick 16, and I don't know why. Wow. Like, is Nico falling for a reason?
No, I think it's just, you can't. Like those Yahoo, ESPN sleeper leagues. It's not like the Underdog leagues, that's for sure. It's a lot different.
I guess he's just I don't know, maybe because he's not a running back. I think running backs typically. No, I will say this. I think the Yahoo public default is a half PPR. So okay, I think running backs are a little earlier. Houston wasn't great, right? He's not on a big name team. I don't know. I guess he's just not as much of a household name, but it's still. What happened to all the running backs?
They're going off early in this draft, I guess.
The heck? Okay.
A lot of blue on the board right now.
Yeah, that's all right. So let's see. But yeah, Tyler, sorry, go back to your. I mean, you're great. And Travion Henderson is your RB2. I think you're not going to be disappointed with that. Pacheco could be fine. And
Kittle and tight
Javante,
end.
you might want to drop him at some point if he doesn't come through in the first couple of weeks. But yeah, I think you crushed your draft.
Yeah, you crushed it.
Yeah, Derek even said, Derek's like, how is that even possible? All right, let me get my next pick in, and then we'll go to the next one. I know Christian is on deck waiting. Oh, there goes Josh Allen. Okay.
Josh Allen in the second. Whoo-wee.
Ali's been doing the double RB, I think, pretty frequently. I've noticed that. All right, let's see what else. Not a giant anymore, but Stinger is so loyal to Saquon Barkley. Oh, Bauer's not falling. All right, here we go on the clock. Now, don't forget, by the way, if you're doing not just Draft Lane, but Yahoo or Sleeper, not ESPN, use the Draft Pilot. So here we go, the Draft Pilot for this. Best available, and obviously they're all receivers because all the running backs are gone. You know what? I have to put my money where my mouth is, right? Didn't I just talk up Devontae Adams like not that long ago?
A little bit, yeah. I don't know if you talked him up, but you did talk about him.
But in a good way and not in a bad way. So, all right, there we go. I'll just keep racking up the receivers. All right, Christian. Here we go. Bill is available as a free agent. We can only carry 4 running backs at a time. That's annoying. He has Bijan, has Algier as a handcuff, got Hampton and Javante. I think we know where this is leaning. Who to drop and how much fab? That's the tricky part.
I would drop Javante. I don't have much hope for Javante. I don't want to go crazy here. Because, I mean, I do think people are underselling Chris Rodriguez a little bit. Not that I think Chris Rodriguez is all that. But the Commanders do like him. I think he's going to get a decent amount of run. Austin Eckler is still there. Like, Austin Eckler is still going to do his thing. $1,000 budget. Like, out of $100 budget, I'd probably be willing to go, like, 12 to 15. Because, again, you could have you could have a starting running back all season long. That's pretty valuable that you just grabbed off a waiver wire. So I guess I'd go, like, $120 to $150 here.
That seems reasonable. I definitely wouldn't go over 20%. Just too early, too presumptuous. And it's not, I got to save my fab. I mean, if there's a guy worth it, you go all in, but we can't just assume that we're 1,000% all in on him being the only guy there and being that good all season. So you just got to keep it reasonable. That's it. You're not in a super deep league, right? It's 12 team. It's pretty standard. So definitely you can drop Javante out of that group. Yeah. Hard to say depending on how much you think your league mates will bid. If someone wants to spend more than half their fab, okay, congrats, you got them. But I think 20% is my max. Now, I'm also thinking that since you have that rule that you can only carry 4 running backs, there might be some teams that don't want to drop one of their running backs. You might have less competition than you normally would. So that could work in your favor.
That is true. Although teams can only keep 4 running backs, I mean, teams might not have anybody they want to drop.
Right. So. All right. I think we had time to sneak in Dan. What's up, Dan? Dan Fuller is back. 14-teamer. Full PPR 1-2-2-1 flex. Rate this team. It's a 14-teamer. Got Caleb, CMC, Pacheco, DJ Moore, JSN, Bowers, Golden, Harvey, Blue, Ford, Jennings, Leggett, and Tootin.
I mean, CMC, Pacheco should be fine. Caleb Williams, that should be fine. Got the nice stack there with DJ Moore, JSN, Golden, Harvey. I mean, you got a lot of players I like. You got a lot of potential upside. You also, it's certainly kind of a bit of a risk reward team, right? You got a lot of risky, like Golden, Harvey, Blue, Jennings, Leggett, Tootin, like a lot of guys who could have potential but could also do nothing. It's a 14-teamer though. I mean, you're not going to be stacked. I think overall this is a pretty good team for a 14-teamer. Your wide receivers, like you should be fine with DJ Moore, JSN. You should be fine with your running backs. You got Bowers, you got Caleb. I don't know how many of those guys you have to flex. Hopefully just one. Oh, it says one flex. Yeah. This has got to be like at least an 8 in a 14-teamer.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Since it's a deeper league, I think it's pretty solid. Yeah. What I like, I think, is you got a lot of really good upside on your bench. So that's good. All right. Let's make sure we're all caught up here.
People asking about the big deal today.
All right. Well, let's talk about the big deal. I guess we might as well, right?
Yes.
So Bill is free, I guess. Is free. B-Rob is a 49er. I kind of mentioned that, thinking that might make sense. I didn't think they were really going to be in on it, but I guess they are. And we both kind of mentioned this in the Discord. It's not good. I don't think that's good for B-Rob.
No, it's terrible. It's terrible for Brian. If you drafted Brian Robinson like at all this offseason in Underdog, or like last night, somebody asking a team he drafted like 2 weeks ago, he took B-Rob. Yeah, he's just a handcuff. And I don't even know if he's a handcuff you want. Like, if CMC goes down, is it going to be B-Rob or Garendo? Or is it going to be like Garendo between the 20s and B-Rob close to the goal line? So not good for B-Rob. Don't ask me about CMC. These guys, B-Rob's not impacting CMC at all. B-Rob's not going to suddenly be the goal line back. It's not like Brian Robinson is some elite goal line back.
No.
He's just the best goal line back the Commanders had. He's not like some elite, like Marshawn Lynch or something at the goal line. Yeah, it does nothing to Christian McCaffrey. I mean, yeah, it certainly makes JCM or Bill or whatever you want to call him much more interesting now. But again, Eckler's still there. And despite Young Money's absolute hatred for Chris Rodriguez, he's still there. And he was the only guy that played with the starters in that last preseason game. So I don't think it's just going to be, again, I think JCM's the guy I want. He's the guy I want in the backfield because I think he has the most long-term upside. Just don't be surprised if he's not getting the touches people expect early in the season.
Yeah, exactly. Like even if you do draft him, scoop him up, whatever, like we haven't officially done it yet. When we get to our start sit for running back, I mean, I'm not going to tell you to start him because probably not going to get that many touches. There's few rookies that get major run week 1 other than the obvious ones. So it's a stash, right? It's a stash. A stash worth doing for sure. But yeah, so like Jesus is asking who will be the RB1. It's going to be an RBBC. It's going to be 3 guys mixing and matching. And don't be surprised or, don't throw the remote at your TV when you see like JCM getting, 10 carries and doing some heavy lifting. And then at the goal line, all of a sudden, here comes Chris Rodriguez to score that touchdown.
Right.
So it's going to be like that, most likely. Okay, so I just saw Travis Hunter go off the board. I think that makes sense for this question here. Guru League Podcast, welcome back. Pick one, Hunter or DJ Moore. We saw DJ Moore go a lot earlier today, but doesn't mean we got him higher.
I think I still got to go DJ Moore here. I mean, look, I know it's preseason. I know the Bills didn't play all their starters, but man, Caleb looked totally different in that preseason game. And I don't just mean like the numbers. He didn't put up monster numbers, but he put up very good numbers. But just the way he looked in the pocket, like not snapping the ball and feeling like he has to instantly run for his life, right? Like being able to sit in the pocket, go through his progressions. Like we didn't see that last year because he couldn't. So I like Travis Hunter, but we have to remember Travis Hunter got BTJ there. Got Trevor Lawrence, who I'm still on the fence about. So I between these two, I'm going DJ Moore.
Yeah, still got DJ Moore higher. I'm not quite as high on DJ Moore as I was, let's say, months ago, and get a little bit higher on Odunze than I was. But overall, I think you got to go DJ Moore, the number one receiver in that offense, still, I think, versus Hunter, who, as good as he may be as a rookie, he won't be the number one. We know that. The running backs are still flying off the board. It hasn't changed. Okay, live pilot. What do I do? Okay. Oh, now that's something we do need to adjust. It's just happened. We didn't want to, react too soon, but I think we got to bump B-Rob down on our rankings for sure.
Yeah, way down.
Flowers. Guess I'm gonna go Caleb here. I'm not completely out on him. I really haven't gotten him much. Let me do this again. Carl had asked, where do you find the other leagues to sign up? Draftlane.com/play. Actually, do we have the banner? We should put the banner up.
Well, we're not going to put the banner up tonight. We may be making some changes, so.
Okay. But that's still the place.
Yes.
Yeah, Young Money definitely out on C-Rod.
Look, I'm not here to say like Chris Rodriguez is a great running back or that he's going to like be the RB1 in this offense or anything. Just he might have more involvement than people want.
Opportunity. That's what he's got.
Eckler's probably just going to have the same role as last year. Although I will say, like, when Brian Robinson was out last year, they gave Eckler, some decent early down run as well, even with B-Rob there. So, like you said, I think especially to start the season, it's going to be a three-headed monster.
Yeah.
So then the question always becomes in your redraft leagues. Obviously, you don't have to worry about this in Underdog and Best Ball, but in your redraft leagues, somebody runs the waiver wire or somebody drafts JCM late. It's week 4. It's week 5. Rodriguez is getting the chintzy touchdowns. Eckler's catching most of the passes. Does JCM find his way back on the waiver wire? You know what I mean?
Yep. It happens because when that hype balloon busts, then all of a sudden everybody who's in is very out. All right. I can't just take rookies, can I? I've been hearing you talk enough about Jordan Mason that it slowly swing me to his side.
That is quite the comp. Young Money.
I never would have thought about him as Keaton Mitchell. No. All right. What about Ollie Gordon? Because Jalen Wright now also banged up, and we're not expecting HN to like miss several weeks or anything, but do we have to now think about Ollie Gordon?
I think we have to think about him for sure. I mean, somebody's got to be the RB2 in that offense. It's not going to be 100% Achane. I still think when healthy, the Dolphins want it to be Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright hasn't done a whole lot to help his cause this year. I'll say that. Whereas Ollie Gordon kind of has. So, I definitely think it's worth taking some shots on Ollie Gordon late in your drafts.
Yeah, he should not be more than just like a last round pick, a stash. But sure, got some potential there. I liked Gordon in college. Last year was kind of disappointing, but he's got the skill set. I will say, possibly, if there's a comp here, could be like a Chuba. Remember Chuba Hubbard? Guy who got so much hype, and then his final season in college kind of was disappointing. And then he fell. Connors was just a mid-round pick, right? And then didn't do a whole lot initially, but then eventually came on. Now, if he follows that trajectory, well, then he's not going to help you this season. Stu Barber didn't do anything his rookie season, but just saying, it could be one of these overlooked guys who has the ability, the potential, just, just needs it to all come together. But we'll see. Royland, I'll do Royland's question. Royland's got the membership anyways. Got a Superflex draft in an hour. 3rd overall pick. I mean, yeah, you're going to take the best quarterback available.
Right.
How do you approach the turn?
Well, it's a good question. I got a Superflex draft at the end of August. We got the 4 pick. So we're going to go one of the QBs. I mean, the Superflex drafts are so hard because, like, we can tell you if you said, I have a 12-team PPR draft, you're probably going to be looking at these guys, right? But the thing about Superflex is it really depends. Like, if your league's going QB heavy, like everybody's like, I got to get my QB1, I got to get my QB2. I'm probably just going to avoid QB at the 2-3 turn and take, those stud wide receivers, running backs that are going in the first round of most fantasy drafts, and just be like, I'll make do with the, Geno Smiths or the Matthew Staffords for however long he's healthy, or whoever, right? But on the flip side, if you're in a league where, like, nobody's taking quarterbacks and it comes back around to you and, like, Baker Mayfield's still on the board, or, Bo Nix are really high-end quarterbacks like that, I'm probably going to take one of them. And then still get one of those elite players.
Yeah, I hate to say it depends really what level of quarterback is available when it comes back to you round 2, 3. So there's somebody who's good enough. Yeah, I don't mind taking a second one.
But I certainly don't think you need to go 2 QBs in the first 3 rounds. But again, it really depends on what your league is doing. Like, if it comes back around to you, and like Mahomes or, Baker, if those guys are still on the board somehow, can you really pass on them?
No.
Like, can you really, you know what I mean?
No, on round 2?
It really you really got to go with the flow. You really got to go with the flow in the Superflex drafts. But my general strategy is one good QB early and then try to wait and get a couple QB2 types. And when I say QB2 types, I don't mean like backup QBs. I mean the guys being drafted like in the 12 to 24 range.
Like these guys right here. You got like, Herbert,
yeah,
Dak, Stroud, Love, May.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, good luck. You got your draft coming up.
Yeah, good luck.
Okay, let me see here. Yeah, see, like, and this is not Superflex, but, here I don't feel like the tier has been cut off, right? So there's not a big difference between these quarterbacks. And then after that, it's like, it doesn't matter. No one's drafting these quarterbacks probably in this league. So I was like, I might as well wait. All right, so I'll put the draft board back up in a second, but I gotta see who I'm taking. Bill is staring at me. I think I'll wait. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna get my tight end here. Okay. There we are. All right, what's up? Speaking of tight ends, Andrew. By the way, yes, Phil, take Bill. If you don't take Bill right now, you're not getting him. This is your chance. Andrew's saying, what's up? Should I drop Kincaid for Braylon Allen if you already have Tyler Warren?
I probably keep Kincaid here.
Really?
I think it's nice to have those 2 tight ends just in case. We can't just say like Tyler Warren is going to be this year's Brock Bowers. You know, playing with Daniel Jones, with Michael Pittman there, Josh Downs there, Mitchell, Pierce. I'd like to have 2 tight ends here. I don't feel like Braylon Allen's fine. I think he's a good late round pick for sure, but I don't know if I need to like I have to add Braylon Allen.
No, he's definitely not a must add. So I'm surprised you said that you're usually anti tight end. I mean, I know you're saying you're like, hey, you know, do I really trust Tyler Warren as my tight end one from the jump? There you go. Just mention his name. Tyler Warren gets drafted. But I don't know. To me, like if you drop Kincaid, like is somebody running out to pick him up? Probably not. So I would, if you're not crazy about your running back depth, I would probably just do this. I mean, I think between those tight ends, in other words, just go with one. And on the other hand, like if you drop Tyler Warren, somebody probably is picking him up. And look, there you go.
Well, yeah, if you drop Tyler Warren, somebody's definitely picking him up. Don't drop Tyler Warren.
Yeah. Look at it. There's something to it. It's I don't know, some sort of subliminal thing. It just mentioned Dalton Kincaid. Look, Dalton Kincaid gets drafted by a team that already had a tight end.
And look, I just took Braylon Allen.
And you took see? It's like so fulfilling prophecy or some sort. Okay. Alyssa Dolphin Cloud. Welcome back.
What's up?
All right, who do you like for backup quarterback? All right. Caleb Lawrence, Young, Penix, or Fields?
Either Fields or Caleb. I go Fields because of the rushing, but Caleb might be a little safer. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think they're all.
But why do you need a backup quarterback? Like, who's your QB1?
Right. And if those guys are all just, well, I don't know if you're asking draft question or waiver question, but yeah, I still go Fields slightly over Caleb.
But yeah, if you've already drafted and you have a really good high-end quarterback, you don't need a backup quarterback. Especially if all those guys are on waiver, then it just like if you drafted Lamar Jackson and he gets hurt and those guys are all available, you're not going to, it's not as good as Lamar, of course, but you'll be okay.
So she's got Dak.
Yeah, I'm probably okay just having Dak. I don't think I need those guys. I mean, if you got room on your bench, if you're like, I got, just a hole burning on my bench. Okay, sure.
All right, let's see. The live pilot reminding me I don't have a quarterback.
Kyler Murray's still out there.
Kyler Murray. I really need to bury him even lower in the rankings. I'll wait. I will go. You know what? Go Luther Burden.
She's saying it's Superflex. Okay, yeah, definitely get one of those QBs. Fields or Caleb.
Okay. Well, yeah, Superflex. Yeah. Okay, definitely. Eminem.
Yeah, that just shows why you don't in a lot of Superflex leagues you don't need to go crazy QB early. Like you can get Dak and Caleb, Dak and Fields, and then still get one of those again. Maybe get like a Geno or a Stafford as your QB3, and you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So the question here had the 6th pick, 12-teamer, half PPR. If those 3 are on the board, JJ Gibbs or CMC. I mean, I think it's going to be JJ.
Yeah, it's Jefferson for me. It's actually in that exact order. Although I wouldn't fault somebody for going CMC over Gibbs, but it's that exact order for me. JJ Gibbs, CMC.
Yep. Derek says you sniped him on the Kirk pick.
No, sorry, Derek. I would not have taken Stevenson. Would not have taken Stevenson.
How many rounds we got left? All right, you know what? Let's do it. Stack them up. We're talking about Caleb Williams. He's on the brain. So here we go. Got Achan. Who got Achan?
I did not get Achan this draft. I started with Henry Amon-Ra.
Where did Achan go? I'm trying to. Oh, here. Round 2, DC3. Yeah, I mean, that's about right. Still early second round.
People are really panicking about Achan right now.
Timing is everything, huh? All right. Yeah, what about well, yeah, just speculation. Charlene mentioning the Adam Thielen. Possibly because Minnesota, I guess they're still looking for a veteran receiver, reuniting with Thielen. I mean, if that happens, actually would feel it makes me feel better about the Panthers I've been high on, like McMillan, but also JT Sanders at tight end. Just, fewer targets that he's gonna siphon from them.
Yeah, it made me feel a lot better about Coker.
Oh, that too.
Cokeheads unite.
And Leggett. I mean, they do seem to have kind of a glut of slot receivers because Leggett's a little bit better off, mainly in the slot, like a bigger slot guy. Now Renfro is still there.
Oh, that's right. I forgot they have Renfro too. What are they doing over there?
Can't forget Hunter Renfro. They already have the Adam Thielen clone, so why do you need the original? Yeah, I was just noticing that I'm looking at Woody Marks. I think got taken right before Nick Chubb. That's interesting. Painbless asking, is it true that Woody Marks took Pierce's spot as number 2 on the depth chart? Does that matter right now?
I don't think it matters. I don't know. I don't think they've even released their official depth charts yet, have they?
I mean, I hadn't heard that, so I don't know. I think if that's true, then I think that just confirms Dameon Pierce is, not going to have any value, which is not super shocking. I mean, like with Chubb, he's still going to get the run early in the season. It's just going to happen no matter how good or bad he is. The question is he going to hold up? Like if he doesn't hold up, yeah, Woody Marks all of a sudden becomes super valuable. So I still think he's worth a flyer. I mean, mainly he's a best ball pick, right? I'm not actively drafting him in most drafts, but if you're looking for your last running back pick, sure, why not? Oh, I think I'm on the clock. I probably should go running back again. Yeah, running backs really flew off the board early today. All right, super boring. What else went down today? There was nothing major else that we missed, is there?
No, nothing we missed. There are some preseason games going on. Not a lot of starters playing.
Yeah, it's tricky right now because like we still have a couple weeks left till the season starts. I mean, basically about 2 weeks. But honestly, not a lot's going to change. We're not going to see. I mean, hopefully, no injuries, no major injuries. We're not going to see guys in these preseason games that we do have do anything that's going to really totally shift depth charts or anything like that. I don't think anybody's going to come out of nowhere and earn a starting spot. So really, there's not going to be too much movement. I think with the rankings, it's just more like adjustments, like those little fine tweaks. This is where you start to really kind of decide how you feel about guys,
Yeah. It's got to probably move B-Rob down, maybe move JCM up even a little more, maybe move Chris Rodriguez up a little bit, not too crazy. Maybe move Ollie Gordon up a little bit.
Yeah.
But not too crazy. How many picks we have left here?
I think this is the last one.
This is it? This is it? What do I need? I got tight end. I got QB 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go any direction here. Wide receiver or running back. Who do I like? Ooh, he's still on the board. I like him.
Yeah, Carl's asking where the drafts are. We just put it in the comments.
Hold on, Carl, because we may. Yeah, no. Sit tight, Carl.
All right. Yeah. No, good idea. Stash those late running backs. No, Painblow saying. You never know, right? Even if you have 2 or 3 of those guys stashed, if you wind up having to drop 2, but one of them hits, like it's worth it, right? And this is why we always say, don't. We had a couple teams do it this draft. Okay, fine, but you don't have to have that second tight end if your first one is starting. You don't have to necessarily get a backup quarterback. Take another chance on a guy who could break out at running back or receiver. That's where you're gonna have a better chance to win. There goes the backup quarterback.
All right, Leggett with the last pick. Welcome to the team.
All right, there it is, the 12th of our leagues in the books. All right, so sometimes I'll quickly walk through the features again. I know some of you don't know. Boost your player. You can make NFL picks, league picks, and you also get bust protection and swap player feature during the season. So don't forget all these things, guys. Try Draftline if you haven't yet. But we'll go through all this now because we are going to do draft number 2. All right, ready for some best ball?
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, we are quite tiny up here.
Okay, so for today, now they keep opening and closing certain contests. They fill up real quick, right? The $5, $1, those $3 ones are filling up super fast. They still do have, if you're interested, the pick 6. It's only $5. We're not going to do that now because it's only a 6-person draft and it would finish in like 10 minutes. A lot of their big contests are still open, the big money ones. Some of the other small ones are still open. They just opened the Superflex. It's the pug, but Superflex, and that's $12. So if you're into that, the Rottweiler is open. That's going to be a very small contest. It's $25. But we're going to direct you back to one that's been open for a while. It's the Marathon, only $15. The Marathon is, well, it's not really a tournament with a playoff. It's just old school best ball. Weeks 1 through 17. You score the most, you win. That's it. So let's do that because if you notice there in the little yellow bar, it's not even half full, and we're getting pretty close. So, yeah, better chance to win here. I suggest doing some marathons. They actually had a promo a couple of days ago. I think they're probably going to do another one. Whereas, like, if you put 5 entries in here, you get $15 free, which is basically like a free entry. They're probably going to do something else like that, but we're not going to wait.
They got to try. They got to try to fill this thing by the season.
Yeah, it's like not even half full. Yeah. All right, so let's get in here. Ready? Marathon time.
All right,
let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
10 to start. Are we the only 2 in here?
Yes. Yes, we are.
Is this going to take forever to fill?
It could. We'll see. All right, come on, guys. Y'all have Underdog accounts. Get in here. Let's fill this up.
And if you don't have an Underdog account, go get one. Right now, the new customer special right now, you play $5, you get $50. Plus, they're still doing the first time deposit match, 50% up to $1,000. So you're going to get $50 free for playing 5. You're going to get whatever, a 50% deposit match on whatever you deposit. And you're also going to get a free gimme pick. So that $5 you play, good chance you win with it. And you get $50. And you get the deposit money. You go to underdogfantasy.com. It's really easy to sign up. And when you do, just make sure you put in promo code ENDGAME to get those specials.
There you go. Play today.
Now, the downside of doing a marathon is it may not fill. This is why it's only half full.
It is not filling. All right.
We may have to pivot here. We may have to pivot to something else. We're going to be streaming all night.
Yeah, let's just wait. Let's just get out of here. All right. Plan B.
All right. Everybody leave the marathon. Well, I say everybody. There's only 3 of us.
So which one will fill right now? And we could do that. Pick 6 is almost full already. We could try the pug. You think the Superflex one will be busy?
Maybe. You don't want to do a best ball mania?
Yeah, we could do that. All right, let's try.
I know best ball mania will fill.
All right, well, let's do that then.
All right.
So hold on, let me get back to that. All right, so to the draft lobby, and we've been doing a lot of Best Ball Mania 6. You know, that's one that's been open for a while. So only reason we're trying the different ones is just because we've already done a lot of Best Ball Mania, like I said. But sometimes oldies are the best. Okay, let me get to my lobby. My thing is being weird. Okay, NFL. There we go. Okay, let's jump into the Best Ball Mini. Ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. 3 more to start.
Well, you didn't count me in. I barely made it. All right, that one's full. That one's full already.
Yeah, you were right.
What happened? Show me my draft.
There we go.
All right, there we go.
All right, while we're waiting, what's up, Luis Rodriguez? Okay, he's all in on CMC, the number 2 pick.
Woo.
No risk, no biscuit.
I mean, that's true. Look, I really think CMC is going to do it this year.
I think it's destiny. It's predestined. I mean, you're right. No risk, no reward. I'm not taking CMC number 2, but hey, if he winds up having a CMC full season, yeah, then it paid off. All right, this one's underway. Where am I? I'm at the 6, and you are.
Where am I at? I'm at the 11. Nice.
Good. Yeah, you like that. Oh, there goes Barkley. Well, look, right here at the 6. I go CD Lamb or I go CMC? Let's do it. You know what? I'll do it just for you, Luis. CMC. At the 6, a little asterisk. What's up, Jordan? Just jumped on here. Well, let's talk about this first. Is B-Rob the best handcuff in fantasy? Well, no.
I don't even know. Like, again, assuming Isaac Grendo's healthy, are we even sure B-Rob is ahead of Isaac Grendo? I'm not. I can't sit here and say, yeah, he's for sure ahead of Isaac Grendo. Like, I don't think Brian Robinson. Let's go Henry first. I don't think Brian Robinson's a better handcuff than Zach Charbonnet. I don't even know if he's a better handcuff than Tyler Algier.
Right. But yeah, more importantly, you just don't know if he's the handcuff to CMC when Garendo is healthy.
Right.
So that's the bigger issue. But I mean, Isaac Garendo is right now just being held together by tape. He's always hurt. So, there's a reason they went and got B-Rob, right? It's because they have nobody else healthy. So yeah, maybe this does wind up
exactly. No, he's got no standalone value. No standalone value.
No. That's right though. Handcuff is how he has to be viewed. He's only the backup. All right, let's see my pick. All right, here we go. Double RB, Chase Brown.
Nice.
What is up? Also, another one of our members, Joe Estrada. First draft, got JJ at the 7 and CMC in round 2.
What?
How about that?
That's pretty nice. How about that?
Pretty amazing.
That's pretty amazing. But I'm not surprised. Look, every time I do, like, CMC is going to be on tomorrow's video, I already know what the comments are going to be. People are going to still talk about the bilateral tendonitis. That's not even a thing anymore. They're going to still talk about injury prone, which, okay, yeah, he's missed some time with injuries. So people are just scared. They're like, no.
Well, that's the thing. Once a guy's burned them once or just, has more than one injury, he gets that label, right? Injury prone.
Yep.
Like he's going to get injured. Like it's a foregone conclusion. He's going to get injured. And you can't say he won't, but I guarantee there are going to be players this year who have never had a serious injury before that will get a serious injury. So it's just part of it.
Yep. Exactly.
I mean, yes, we acknowledge the risk. There's risk, but it's my turn, huh? Let's see. But it's just funny. That's, you got one league where he's like number 2 overall pick, 1.2, getting CMC. And then this one's like, I got him in round 2. It's like,
that's crazy.
That's surprising. That's surprising.
Ooh. I needed Devontae for the bring back. No bring back for me. Is Terry ever going to practice? Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm getting there. And now, finally, the level of concern for Terry's starting to elevate. I'm like, I'm not going to worry about it until we get close. I think we're getting close enough now. And it doesn't sound like there's like a imminent resolution. That's the problem.
Terry's still on the board. Terry's still on the board. I'm going to pass.
Great. Well, it might fall to me. I have to make that decision. Yeah. See, I'm not going to get the stack anyways. And Jordan, we did talk earlier. You asked about Achane. Not too worried about Achane. Shouldn't affect him. From what I've read and seen, it's not something that carries a huge risk. He should be fine.
Right. Could he miss week 1? Maybe. I think it's probably more likely he plays week 1. But yeah, it's a calf strain. It's not one of those things that lingers. It's not one of those things that's re-aggravating. It's like once it's healed, you're good. You're fine. Yes, I'm not worried. If Achane is going to fall because people are worried about an injury still 2 weeks away from the start of the season, I'm taking the discount.
Yeah, we're not bumping him down in our rankings. I don't think at all.
Calf strains are fine. I literally just saw this. Let me go look at it right now. Don't freak out. It said, hold on. So here we go. Where is it? All right. So this is according to Football Guys. Here's what the data injury shows for running backs. Calf strain. Average weeks missed 2.5, which would put them on track to play week 1. The percentage of running backs that missed 5 or more weeks, only 22%. Re-injury rate, low. Fantasy points, minimal decline. Lingering effects, moderate. It's not that bad. Like you look at it to a high ankle sprain, average weeks missed 3.1, missed 5 or more weeks 23%, re-injury rate moderate, lingering effects high, snap share trend severe decline. No, CMC had bilateral tendonitis in his Achilles. Slightly different. But look, this is the other thing about CMC. Everybody blames the PCL injury on his Achilles. The way you hurt your PCL, the way Christian McCaffrey hurt his PCL, is the same way Puka Nacua hurt his PCL in week 1. It's by your knee hitting the ground very violently in just the right way. People really, okay, this is not even hyperbole. Christian McCaffrey was a shoestring tackle away from ripping off a 50-yard touchdown run, and instead that shoestring tackle resulted in a freak PCL injury. Like, had he ripped that touchdown for 50 yards and went on to play the rest of the year, we'd look at Christian McCaffrey totally differently right now. Totally differently.
Yeah. It's just,
now, he didn't. I understand that. He didn't.
It's just part of it. That was the game in the snow, wasn't it?
The game of snow in Buffalo, the field was frozen, and his knee, you can't even see the replay. His knee, his leg is completely bent as much as it can be, and the knee just goes bam right into the turf. The exact same thing that happened to Puka Nacua in week 1. Exact same injury. Except I think CMC's might have been a little worse. Or maybe it was just because it was the end of the season. They're like, we don't need to risk it. So I'm not worried about Achane. Hey, could he miss week 1? Yes. But I think when he comes back, he's going to be fine.
Yeah. I mean, there's risk. He's a running back. He's got, some miles on him, but the upside is just too much. It's too great to ignore.
Yeah.
All right. So, I'm just going for value at this point. I'm mixing it up. I don't think I'm going to go like pure hyper fragile because it's not exactly what I've done, but I just find myself wanting to get these running backs early. I'm just going to do it again. You know what? Whatever.
I know it was hard to not pull the trigger on some of those running backs, but I just feel like
just doing it.
Yeah, maybe I should have.
Doing it. We'll see. I might regret. Hopefully one of these good receivers I want falls to me, but that's the risk. Yeah, I was hoping for Golden. Hoping for Myers. Nobody's falling. All right. Well, I guess he sort of fell. I'll take Addison.
Mr. TD likes your team.
Nice. All right. Thanks. I mean, if you like running backs, then yeah, you should definitely like that. Look, here's the other thing.
I just realized you have 4 running backs.
I do. No, I guess I am. I'm just doing, I guess, hyper fragile. At this point, in the draft season. We have not much time left. Like there are no sleepers anymore, right? Everybody's been hyped up and pushed up as far as their ADP, especially a running back. You know what? It's like there is almost no value to those late round running backs. I mean, you remember a month before you could get the Ja'Cory Cross-Kamara, my last pick, 215 overall. Maybe Braylon Allen, I can get him like 200. Ollie Gordon, sure, I'll take him. No, you can't do that anymore. And so it's like at this point, I think you almost have to go a little bit earlier with your running backs. I'm not saying you have to take 4, in the first few rounds like I did, but it's just the value late now, I think, is with those other positions that people just don't care as much about, like tight end. Quarterbacks have not moved almost at all. I feel like this whole draft season, it's like they are what they are in terms of ADP. Oh, it's my turn. What am I going to do? Guess I should take a
I'm not
receiver.
sure. I feel like because I waited, like I could have grabbed like maybe a James Cook.
Yeah.
Maybe a Pollard or a Swift. Swift looking pretty good tonight against the Chiefs starting defense, by the way. 7 carries, 28 yards. He's also got a catch for 6 yards. By the way, Isaiah Pacheco tonight. What? 3 carries, 21 yards, and a touchdown. How hyped up is Pacheco about to get the last week and a half here?
Yeah. Pacheco could be one of those great kind of mid-round values.
Yeah, I'm just coming around on Pacheco being the lead back in KC and being an absolute steal. So it looks like both these teams actually played their starters quite a bit.
Really?
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes attempted 13 passes, 143 yards. Ran for 18 yards. Tyquan Thornton, who I talked about. What video did I talk about him? 1 catch for 58 yards. He's on the Chiefs.
Yeah, he's on the Chiefs. Stealing Xavier Worthy's job.
I talked about him on yesterday's video, right? I think it was yesterday's video. When I said like Matthew Golden's more than the speedster, and I mentioned John Ross and Tyquan Thornton.
Still a thing.
We'll see. We'll see if he makes the roster.
I say still, like he ever was actually a thing.
Right. Like
still around. Still around.
Still around. Hey, Travis Kelce, 2 catches, 32 yards. Is he back?
Oh, man. He can be back for someone else. I even just today I saw something that said they were going to manage his reps, or I don't know if that means he's getting a reduced snap share during the season or what that means.
Yeah, they did that last year too. They just know. They're like, we need the Chiefs don't play for the regular season. Oh man. Oh, this is terrible. All right. Let's just hope Mixon is healthy by some point.
Yeah. Question here. Derek just wants to know what is Fab in the weekly actions. He's talking about in the draft lane.
Fab is how you bid on players for waiver wire. So instead of just saying like I want to add this guy and drop this guy and add this guy and drop this guy, you're actually going to put in a bid on players, and whoever has the highest bid is awarded the player.
All right, so it's your budget.
Yes.
There goes Bill, 105.
Can't say I'm a fan of this team right now.
Yeah, this is
I feel like this has been my best draft.
It's different, but hey, you can't have the same build twice, right? Let me see. What do you got?
Pretty sure I don't have this build.
You got Mixon. Oh, you got Mixon at, I mean, discount.
Look, I know Mixon may not be ready to start the season. He may not be ready the whole season. I don't know, but he's ready at some point in the season. I don't see how Mixon in what round? That 10, round 9 and around 9 can't be fine.
Yeah. Carl, yes, it's a budget for the whole season, and yes, it's 5 moves per week. So that way you can't just keep adding, hoarding all free agents. So there's a limit, but there's not a season-long limit. It's just 5 per week. And then Steven, we talked about B-Rob. We didn't put a number on touchdowns. Yeah, maybe 3 or 4. That probably feels about right.
Yeah, maybe.
If even.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think B-Rob is the goal line back. He'll get some chances. Like Christian McCaffrey's not going to get 100% of the goal line carries.
There goes B-Rob. Yeah, you got to realize that he's just now joining this team. They're not going to throw him into the fire. Like, all right, you're getting 10 carries a game, because they don't need to, because they have Christian McCaffrey. And sure, they'll have him mix up, once in a while, mixing eventually, but he's not going to have a really a significant role. Well, maybe all season, because maybe he just doesn't need to. He'll get a few carries here and there. Alyssa wants to know if Egbuka will basically be the next Puka.
Well, that's not really a fair comparison. Puka was like a 5th round draft pick. Egbuka was a first round draft pick. Like there's way more expectations on Egbuka than there were on Puka.
Yeah, nobody really was on Puka or knew anything about Puka, and there were no expectations. I mean, we didn't even know if he was going to make the team after he was drafted. Egbuka was a big name star, a big school.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of expectations on Egbuka.
Now, if you want to ask, like, is Dante Thornton the next Puka? The answer is probably no. The answer is no, but that would be a more, I guess, reasonable comp. Okay. Let's hopefully I get my stack here. It's not an exciting one. The Dak Ferg stack.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much I'm going to like this team after I see my receiving core. We'll see.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting draft. Not sure how I'm going to feel about this team at the end here.
Eckler. Yeah, I mean, Eckler's stock is... I mean, I don't feel like it's skyrocketing or anything, nor should it. But I don't feel like people are going crazy, because Eckler's like we already know, right? Like,
right.
Bill, it's getting out of control, and then C-Rod, some people are going, a little overboard for. I feel like Eckler's been pretty stable.
Yeah, and I think we pretty much know what Eckler's role is going to be. 8 carries, catch a handful of passes, right? That's going to be like his role.
That's it. It's nothing too exciting. Derek saying he says B-Rob and
Eckler, there he goes. It's like we talk about him and he gets picked. What the heck?
Oh, that's weird because don't think whoever's on here that just drafted him is listening, although you never know. Yeah, his ADP here is 156. He went barely. Basically right on ADP. Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to reach on Eckler. I wonder. So if Thielen does go, let's say, to Minnesota, that's got to be good for him, I would think, right?
Yeah, but let's not forget, Addison's only missing the first 3 games.
True.
Yeah, and this isn't the same Adam Thielen. I don't know. Minnesota, Carolina, I'm probably not really drafting Adam Thielen this year. He's fine.
He's all right.
Yeah. There is some talk that they may run the ball more this year, although I don't buy into that. I just think coaches kind of are who they are. I think, when the lights aren't on and the game isn't being played, they say what they want to do, but then once the game starts, they fall back into who they are. Kind of like Mike McCarthy. Remember when he took over play calling and everybody was like, oh, he wants to run the ball. He wants to run the ball. Even though historically he's always been one of the pass heaviest coaches. And then they obviously were one of the pass heaviest teams because that's just who he is.
Yeah, exactly. Push comes to shove, they're going to do what they're inclined to do. So yep. I feel, with Jones and now Mason there, why wouldn't they run the ball more? They might, but yeah. I think that comes down to McCarthy. If he can perform, doesn't make a lot of mistakes, yeah, they'll still probably be pretty aggressive. Steven wants to know, that's interesting. Would you trade JCM for a guy like Shakir?
No, I don't think so. Like, Shakir's okay, but I would just rather hold JCM, honestly.
Saying he's loaded at running back. Well, hopefully you're not.
I have no problem trading JCM right now. This is a good time to trade him, but Khalil Shakir, he doesn't really do it for me.
But can you, realistically, would you expect to get better, more?
Maybe not, but it's fine. I'll just hold him.
Yeah. Well, actually, you know what? Hold him, and then maybe his value skyrockets, right?
It could.
Could. Not saying it will, but it could.
If he has some nice games early. But I'm not going to, if he doesn't, let's say he struggles out of the gate. Or I don't want to, not struggles necessarily, but let's say let's say it is more of a committee than people want it to be. I'm not going to regret, I could have gotten Shakir. Oh well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not going to be a league winner.
Right. So it's I'd rather just hold and hope.
Yeah, good point.
Pierce.
I'm surprised Chubb. No, I'm surprised Chubb lasted this long.
There you go. See, you barely spoke it and it happened.
Like I know I was about to say it. I was like, what? Well, that's good. At least people aren't overreacting to that. Yeah. I'll be honest, it gets to a point. I mean, I love drafting, but I feel like nothing much is going to change. I don't think from now until the season starts. I'm like, let's go. Let's get to season. It's like
right.
Too much speculation and too much of the hype, and I'm just ready. All right, what do we have? 2 more rounds?
2 more rounds.
All right. I will say one thing that's kind of nice, because I've still got a few slow drafts I'm in. The clock has now been moved up. No more 8-hour clocks, it's 4-hour clocks. And then pretty soon it's going to go down to 3 and 2. So,
nice.
Just good, because 8 hours, I'm fine with it during the slow time, like the middle of the summer, and I can do a lot of drafts, but it's nice to know that, keep it moving. Oh, there goes Chris Rodriguez. I missed it. No, I don't need it. Well, his ADP is still reasonable. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm not going to take you. I'm going to take you.
Did you take Adonai Mitchell?
I did. Hey, he's
I've
my
been
wide
drafting a lot of Alec Pierce, but I can't take Alec Pierce anymore. Daniel Jones cannot throw a deep ball. At least that was one thing Anthony Richardson could do.
Close his eyes and chuck it deep.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, my wide receiver 7, at least get a guy who's talented. Got a special pick lined up last. Guy I don't know if I've even taken yet. Maybe once.
Grab a Jalen Royals for the late season Rashee Rice suspension.
Yeah, that's nice. Actually, was going to take Royals my last one, but I was like, I already have Xavier Worthy. Don't want to cannibalize my own first receiver pick.
Man. All right. And guess Freiermuth. Ugh.
Oh, the Muth.
Muth.
Because you already have too much Noah Gray.
Yeah, well, we just saw Kelsey have a big game, so I was like, well, maybe I need to stop drafting Noah Gray.
No, he'll still have a role. No, I'd even seen that too. They're like, Noah Gray's ready to step up, and they're going to use him more. I mean, I still think what we saw last year from Kelsey is kind of more what we're going to see.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. I don't think he's on here, isn't it? Tatum, I think, is a big fan. KL, yes.
KL, yes.
There we go. Yeah, this was definitely different. We'll see. I don't hate it. I mean, honestly, the times where I go kind of robust RB, sure, the wide receiver room is not the strongest, but if you feel like you have enough guys who can mix and match, boom weeks, I don't know. I don't hate it. All right. Oh, Isaiah Bond. Don't think I've ever seen him been drafted.
Well, he's on a team now. He doesn't have a picture yet, though. He still has his little default orange uniform thing.
I know, Brown. All right.
All right. Be very interesting. There goes Gray.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see how I feel about this draft.
All right. Well, let's see what happened here. You. Go through the teams real quick. You still feel the same way about it? You're like, eh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Caleb, Michael Penix, that's fine. Oh my gosh, they had the same buy. I checked. Oh no.
It's just 1 week. All right.
I could have sworn I checked that. Ah, jeez. That's the first time I've done that all year. All right, well, this team's dead. Henry Mason, Mixon, Braylon Allen, Dylan Sampson, Giddens. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, if Mixon comes back, I think it's pretty solid. It could be solid. Running backs are fine. Receiver, London, Ted, DJ Moore, Sutton, Odunze. Yeah, deep. Interesting that you took Moore and Odunze. Is that by design? Because to go with Caleb, just like all in Bears.
Yeah, it wasn't like by design, but when Odunze was there, I took him. I was like, all right, let me make sure I get Caleb. Still annoyed by that Michael Penix pick because I could have sworn I checked to make sure they had different bye weeks, but apparently I spaced out. So, all right, this team is probably dead. $25 donation tonight. Let's look at your team.
You never know.
Oh, I know.
All right.
Oh, I know.
Like, yeah, I know. All right, moving on. I went Dak and Bryce. I think it's fine. Bryce.
See, I was gonna go Bryce over Penix Jr., but I was like, well, I have London and Pitts, and they have some different bye weeks. Oh boy.
Your eyes play tricks on you. Okay, so what do you think about this? I don't know what you want to call it, robust, whatever. All right, CMC, Chase Brown, Walker, Swift, Tank.
I like it a lot. Yeah, I think you only need 5 running backs. I definitely don't think you need a 6 running back here. I like that.
The question is, with that group, which it's great. How about these receivers? JSN Worthy, Addison, Shakir, Tillman, Coker, AD, and KO. Yes.
I mean, it's obviously a lot of late round dart throws here, but like you said, you only need. I mean, you're assuming that one of these guys will flex for you on a given week. That's the goal. So you only need 3 of these guys on a given week to be startable or better. I think you can get by with that.
Yeah, and that's why I, kind of intentionally took guys who I feel like their spike weeks are spikier, like Worthy and Addison, right? Those guys have big games when they have big games. Shakir was kind of like, okay, he can give me something. Like, I'll avoid the zeros. Yeah, I like Tillman and Coker. All right. And then 3 tight ends, because why not?
Why not? 3 tight ends are better than 2.
That's exactly what I always say. All right. All right. Well, there we go. We got a best ball drafting. We got a draft lane. Appreciate you guys all being with us. And don't forget, we got the draft lane drafts. I know you've been asking some of you about the public leagues. We got them started. We're just making some tweaks, as always, to the app, to the website. So check back. We'll do another one of these. Probably Sunday night, I believe. Sunday.
Yes, Sunday night.
All right. So there you go. Don't forget to check out all the videos. I know draft season is here. It's in full effect. So check out all the draft strategy videos we got, and we'll see you on our next live stream.